another random question generator. What food have you never tried? That's a bizarre question to ask. That's like...
I guess,
that's bizarre.
That like, I guess what is sheep's head from Iceland?
Sheep's head?
Right? Yeah, that's like a delicacy in Iceland or something.
Sheep's head. Huh. I never had monkey brains. Oh, I never had like cow tongue. Like, or like chicken feet.
I heard chicken feet are delicious.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, I'm sure there's more food I have never tried than food I have.
Dog. I've never tried dog. People eat dogs.
People do
in
eat
Asia.
Dogs. I mean, I would eat a bear.
Never had bear.
Obviously, it'll be dead. But I mean,
gorilla.
Would you eat a gorilla?
I'm saying I never had it.
Never had it.
I'm sure they have gorilla jerky out there.
There's a lot of animals I've never eaten. My animal consumption is pretty much very basic: chicken, pig, beef, cow. Kind of those three.
Wherein cows were made to like
to
be eaten and produce milk and stuff, right? Like they were kind of like.
I mean, I don't know who made a cow, but I know cows have been sort of bred for thousands of years to. I mean,
they wouldn't survive in the wild. Like they're not.
Are there wild cows? I don't know. Have you seen a cow in the wild?
I don't believe so.
Have you seen
I don't think.
I'm sure you've seen a cow in real life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a horse, and I know there's wild horses.
Yeah, there's definitely wild horses.
We sound like idiots. Are there wild cows? There has to be wild cows.
I don't know. I think I heard that somewhere.
There's wild pigs,
Yeah,
but
they're different. They're a different breed, though.
Well, isn't it true that if you put a pig in the wild, a domesticated pig in quotes, I guess, and within 2 or 3 generations, they're wild again? Like they're like furry and hairy.
I don't know.
Isn't that true? I think that's one of the few animals that I legit like transform to their environment.
But I think that's like if you put like someone that is from the Caucasus region in like a place where there's a lot of dark people, they'll 3 generations they'll be dark.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't. Because
we're not pigs though.
But I'm saying if you put the pig out there, all the other pigs are gonna be hairy and stuff.
I guess, but
because they'll be wild.
Maybe if you get 2 domesticated pigs within 3 generations, I don't know. I hear like pigs are like very adaptable. Like they're really good at like, rolling with the punches.
Yeah, and
They're really bizarre. What food have you never tried?
I heard a lot too that they were like
cactus.
Cactus is very popular in Mexican cuisine. Yeah.
Is that where they're always hi?
Like, no, that's not why.
Is that why? Is that racist?
No,
to say? I'm Hispanic.
I think that is.
I'm not even punching down or
it's not racist. It's
I'm punching right across.
Stereotypical is the word they would say.
I'm punching to my cousin.
To your cousin. No, but I think that's due to the spiciness of the food when they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. But you have no Mexican roots.
No, I'm not Mexican. Nope. No.
But you actually did say a story about like your great grandfather was like a legit like.
Yeah, he got his head cut off, and he got paraded through the whole town.
But you said that was sort of like encouraged the masses to like stand up.
It was it encouraged. It made the other side look like a bunch of barbarians and savages, which they were.
Barbaric, I think.
Which then ignited, I guess, the other political party to like take hold of political sides. I guess it was kind of like Trump. Like when Trump.
So first sponsor is Nbox. Give your home-based business its own mailroom. View your open and scan mail from an encrypted app. Have it forwarded, held for pickup, or shredded and recycled. We'll even include a commercial business address to protect your privacy. Visit www.nboxdelivers.com to see more.
And for our next sponsor, we have Premier Rank Marketing. They can help you out if you have a business, whether it's selling stuff online or you have a brick and mortar location, restaurants, gyms. The company's helped so many people during the pandemic grow their online presence. So if you need any help from social media to Facebook targeting campaigns, Google, LinkedIn, and all the other, even TikTok, they do TikTok ads. Just reach out to Premier Rank Marketing and let them know that WordsrTough sent you, and they'll hook you up with a huge discount. Our third sponsor here, we have Worldwide Solutions, located in Clifton. They do taxes, travel, and insurance. Any type of business needs you have, they can even give you a good direction to go if you need some payroll services, things like that. And definitely check them out. Their info is right below. And our fourth sponsor is Rick's Barbershop in Garfield, New Jersey. If you have a important date coming up, you're going to a wedding, things like that, you're going to be photographed, definitely check them out. They're the most precise barbers in the area, and they'll definitely hook you up if you tell them WordsrTough sent you. Jose and David just mention those names, and they'll be like, no problem, right away. We'll hook you up. We just want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, and back to the show. Went too crazy, and now like Democrats won, even though it was Joe Biden and he's like half asleep. Like that's how bad
he fell off a bike.
That's how bad Trump was, though, because like people are like, oh, don't forget you voted for this guy. No, don't forget your president was so bad that he didn't get voted in again.
Was so bad that we voted for geriatric. Like, nothing against geriatric people. Voted for like the oldest.
We're just batting 1,000 this episode. The truth comes out at 8 o'clock at night.
Canceled. Yeah, like
this is the cancel episode. Get canceled.
Yeah, like we voted in like legit, like a senior citizen. I mean, I'm not joking. I went to I do archery. I shoot archery, and there's these things called 3D shoots, which you actually go out and hike, and there's these sort of three-dimensional foam targets, either deer or any sort of animal, not real animals or foam targets, and you shoot that at them and whatever. And I was with my wife, and she was coming with me, and it's kind of like it's a nice thing to do. And we have our bows, and we go to the ticket spot. You pay for it and everything, and she's wearing like a Pikachu Pokemon hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this bright yellow hat, and this older guy, senior citizen dude, white hair and everything. And he's like, oh, I really like your hat, to my wife. And she's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, it's a Pokemon. And he looked at me like I said something from another world. He looked at me like, Pokemon, eh? I'm like, yeah, a Pokemon? That's Pikachu. And when I said Pikachu, it looked like I might as well just speak in Japanese. He had no clue what I was talking about. I mean, I'm not saying, okay, going back to Joe Biden, I'm not saying you gotta know Pokemon and everything. But Pokemon's been around since we were like in 6th grade.
I mean, it's been a long way before that.
Something years ago.
It's older than that, but I mean, popular in America. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Probably like around that time.
More than 20 years, like easily over 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have any grandkids or kids that, I don't know. My point is, Joe Biden is very much disconnected.
Charmander, nothing. You don't know anything.
Pikachu is like the most. What?
Yeah.
It's like Hello Kitty.
Yep.
Like if you won't even need to know anything about like Asian culture or anything, and you say Hello Kitty, everyone knows who Hello Kitty is.
That's true. Yeah.
And if you don't know who Hello Kitty is, look it up. I'm not saying you're not cultured, but you're getting there. All right. Next question. Do you have any secret hobbies?
Ooh.
I mean, if we say
okay,
it,
this one don't get canceled. Hashtag don't get canceled.
We're gonna skip that.
Yeah.
Most of my hobbies I'm very open about. Like I do archery, I do jiu-jitsu, and I guess my art career isn't really a hobby. I love my wife.
There's one I won't say.
Yeah.
But I mean, for hobbies, people don't know I'm into, I built a computer recently, like for cryptocurrency mining. I like that. I play a lot of chess.
Okay.
What's the most recent thing? Oh, I learned how to tune a piano. So
Interesting.
yeah, I tuned my own piano and I tuned someone else's piano. I made a couple bucks off of it, but I'm not gonna become
Why
like
does
a
that sound
piano
like
tuner.
Why does that sound like a sexual innuendo?
I don't know.
I can tune your piano.
But I was doing the math the other day, and it's like the equivalent of tuning 52 guitars because of the amount of strings. Because
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot.
yeah, when you start at the bottom, it's just one thick string. But then as you go into the middle registers, it becomes 2 strings that you have to tune evenly. Then the really high, it's 3 strings. So it's really annoying. But it was if like you have like OCD and stuff, it's very rewarding.
I mean, if you also have OCD, you should definitely get into archery, specifically like compound archery. It's a lot of tinkering. What's something that you would be willing to stay up all night to do? I can go NC-17 with this because I love my wife very much. That's all I'm gonna say. You get it. She's gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you say that?" I mean, honestly, art. I can stay up all night making like my calligraphy forms and painting. I remember when I played Death Stranding, that Hideo Kojima game.
Mm-hmm.
With you're pretty much playing as Norman Reedus, and you have like this baby in front of you the whole game, and you're pretty much a glorified sort of like UPS guy. This is a post-apocalyptic like land, and you're traveling across the nation delivering packages. Pretty much, that game I spent many hours playing on. Yeah, I'm scared of that game because it took my life for a good 2 years. That's the only game I played for a long time. Actually, one game I really want to get into is Elden Ring.
I heard,
but I'm scared of it.
people were telling me to play it, but then I guess I outlasted. Like, cause they're like, they got bored of it, and they're like, this and that. But you know who really loves Elden Ring?
Elden Ring. Not Elder Ring, not Joe Biden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elder. Respect your elders.
Not QAnon.
Respect your elders.
At the QAnon conspiracy. No, but adrenochrome, all that stuff. I don't know if you heard of it.
No.
But it's a whole other episode.
I look like the old guy talking about Pikachu.
I love conspiracies because it's like almost like it's like horror, like the new horror for me. You know what I mean? Like I've outgrown Chucky.
It's a genre of entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Okay, but Elon Musk loves it. Have you seen that? He's got he's like posting his character and stuff.
Of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Supposedly he's like blown away by it, and he sees I guess some advancements in it that can be really, I guess, beneficial and can be used in utilities.
Would you want to be Elon Musk's friend?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I think he has so little time that he'd be like one of those friends where like he'd catch up.
If he called you up and said, "Jose, I want to hang out with you. I want you to talk to me about your podcast."
I'd be like, "You want to be on it?"
Yeah, well, if he's on it, Jesus, that'd be great. You wouldn't be like, "Yeah, I'll hang out with you for an hour."
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you see the SNL with him?
No, honestly, SNL. I have not seen it in SNL, Saturday Night Live. I haven't seen any of it in a while.
It kind of redeemed itself recently, but it got rid of. The crazy thing is, it blew up a little bit. But it's getting rid of all the people that
made it.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pete, whatever his name is, him.
Kim Kardashian's love interest.
Yeah. There's this other guy, Mooney. I forgot his first name, but it's something Mooney, and he's awesome. He does I don't know if you've seen the little Yoda, the baby Yoda that he does.
Oh. No.
Oh my God, dude! It's funny. It's really funny. You gotta watch it. I'm gonna send you.
I'll get back into SNL.
But he's leaving, so I'm pissed off about that.
What would you do? Oh, you already said what would you something that you were willing to stay up all night to do.
Oh yeah, I didn't say anything.
Netflix?
No. What would I stay up on? No. I'm not. I don't pull. I mean, yeah, we got to keep it and keep it. Don't get demonetized.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
We
So
love
I'm
our
gonna
significant others.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this.
We love our significant others. What's your let me actually read it before I actually say it. That's kind of corny. What's your definition of success? Has it changed over time? That sounds like some sort of like resume, job interview question.
Yeah.
Definition of success. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that word success. It's like, icky. Has it changed over time?
You want me to go first?
Sure. I mean,
All
I
right.
don't really have.
Well, this is good that we're talking about this because there's something I'd always wanted to touch on, but there's never a perfect time. So I would just look like a
Thank you, random question generator.
Yeah. So being in a band, sometimes you get lumped in with other people's definitions of success. You know, like let's say like you have one guy in the group that really wants to be famous and wants to be like the next, like, Slash or something like that. So it kind of rubs off on you. But in being in music, my definition of success always was like being, that's the only thing I really wanted to like try, achieve some kind of success with, like mine was more like not necessarily getting any like critical acclaim or getting anything like that, but just like getting the recognition enough to play with some of your favorite bands. You know what I mean? Like
have you ever, this sucks. Have you ever, because I'm trying to find this word. Have you ever encountered a guy who's like, yo, cokes and hookers, man, cokes and hookers? Like that's all he was talking about. Like,
what do you mean?
Not a bandmate, but have you ever like met a person like that in like the music industry? That's all he was focused on, just like drugs and women,
absolutely.
and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't care about like music at all. It was just like the music was just a means to get to like more drugs and women.
Well, let me rephrase this. A lot of those guys are actually good at music.
Okay.
So they did care very much about the music, but they also cared very much about the other stuff too.
The women and the drugs.
And a lot of times some of these guys are the most creative,
Really?
And that's why it happens where it's like, a lot of artists get sober and their music completely changes and it's not as good.
Maybe that incentive is like really strong.
I think it's just like the unstableness mentally and things like that. You're just in a different zone where you could just like really disconnect and like create freely. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sense of saving yourself.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was Christian Bale when he played in American Psycho. I forgot who said it. It was a director or writer that said he was a perfect person for the role because he had no sense of self-preservation. So he was able to like really throw himself into this role. Who's a like a word, I mean, it's in the title, psycho.
Yeah.
And have you seen American Psycho?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
It was. I actually had a discussion online about what if Jim Carrey played American Psycho.
Yeah, those are some good ones. You see a lot of like people who were meant to play a role and they like turned it down and like.
I think if Jim Carrey played American Psycho, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, he would have done awesome because he did Cable Guy. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Cable Guy's a stupid.
Even though it had the comedic edge, but like if he did a serious role like Cable Guy, it could be really intense.
I mean, have you seen Truman Show?
Yeah, Truman Show was good.
Made me cry.
Truman
I saw
Show
it one
good.
time. I said, "Forget this movie," and I just never watch it ever again. I can't get into Truman Show. The one film I saw a lot was
The Mask?
No, where he's like trying to forget his dreams or his memories. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was tough to watch. It was confusing the first time I saw. I was like, "This is confusing. What is going on?" And then you watch it a few more times, you're like, "Oh, I get what's happening." But then again, when I first saw it, I was like, dumb.
That brings me back to.
I'm less dumb than I was back then.
That brings me back to a very specific time in my life, which is also interconnected with that guy who's really good at music when he was not sober.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, for those of you that know, they know this band that they made an album based off of that movie. Like a lot of the lyrics, which is Circa Survive, is the band. So shout out to them.
I don't know them.
Yeah, they used a lot of like the book was an inspiration for like a lot of the lyrics and things like that. And especially the whole thing about like wiping the memory away of the person you loved, and like he does in the movie.
The name of the band that you were in, what was it again?
Well, I was in Decades most recently.
Yeah, I had the shirt on actually.
Decades. Before that, Pages. And I've been in a bunch of bands in between. How do you think of a name for a band? The band Pages, it was already the name.
Okay.
And I met the 4 dudes and they were awesome. Decades also was like that. The funny story about that band is that they wrote the music, and this was like in 2006. So it was like so it took 10 years to release that music.
Okay.
And then
it took a decade.
Exactly, yeah. So it was kind of like it became like the name was already then, and then it took a decade to release the music. But I was in that band. I was in Emma. I had some short stints with like a bunch of other bands. I was in a band, Guns Like Girls, too, that is on Spotify. I don't know how.
Because I know not my tattoo artist. I haven't gotten a tattoo from her in years. But the person that gave me most of my tattoos saw a screenshot, or I posted something of the podcast on my social media, and she's like, "Wait, Jose from I don't know. I think she's
Guns Like Girls."
Yeah, Guns Like Girls. Like, you know him? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I love that band. It's the best. I'm like, it's a small world. I mean, I don't know.
Shout out to Anna. Yeah.
Yeah, Anna. Yeah. I gotta contact her again.
Wait, you said her name first, right? I didn't say her name.
You said her name.
Oh, I said it. All right, I'll beep it out.
Why?
All right, I don't know. I don't know if you wanted to say it.
I guess you can. I mean, she's a great. I mean, I don't want to say her. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, to say her name.
Yeah, we go way
really
back.
Cool. Anna, if you're listening to this, and just put a comment. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, she actually dated one of my band members.
Oh,
one of my friends. Yeah.
But I
full circle.
I really want to get another tattoo. Actually, several.
I haven't had any, and I think
I'm surprised by that.
I want to get some. It's really, it's one of those things where like it's looked down upon in your family,
Oh, it's mine. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, but my niece and nephew, they have tattoos already, so it's like kind of like they broke the cycle.
How old are they?
My niece is 17, and my nephew is like
okay.
19. He's gonna turn 19, I think. So
pretty much, according to my wife, I cannot get any visible tattoos past like if I roll up my sleeves and you can see a tattoo, she's like, not good. She wants me to be able to cover it up.
Oh, okay.
Because her family is very in like Portugal, they're very like. The stigma of tattoos. I get it.
Yeah, in my country too, it's like reserved for like felons and things like that.
Here is like, are you barista? Like, or if you see a guy with a neck tattoo and like sleeves to his fingertips, he's probably just barista.
Yeah, he could
make
a cappuccino.
Here, the full neck tattoo sleeves is not. It's more. It's not affiliated to anything bad anymore. Anyone could get anything at this point.
So should we do one more question and then do what we watched and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure. I don't know about this. I'll just ask. I'll just say it, and I probably won't answer it because. Hashtag don't get fired. What is socially acceptable today that you think won't be in 10 years? I don't even want to like.
Yeah, I don't want to put that bad juju out in the world.
There's so many things when we were kids, words specifically, which I won't repeat, that were completely acceptable.
Yeah.
And it was just things that you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to tell me, hey, 15-year-old Dave, that word that you're saying is going to be completely unacceptable in like 10 plus years. And if you said it, you would probably get fired from your job. I'm like, no, that word, but that doesn't mean anything. What? So with that said, like, I wouldn't even know what word. I mean, I don't know.
I think, you know what? Going the way we're going.
And what's this socially acceptable thing? Wait, what is socially acceptable today that you think?
Yeah,
10 years? I don't know.
I think discussing people's pay. I guess what they get paid, and their finances.
Like, hey, how much you get paid for this?
Things like that, maybe, because I think it's gonna get a lot worse. Where like, there's gonna be a lot less people with decent jobs once AI starts kicking in.
Maybe
it'll just be like you know, kind of like braggadocious.
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean, there's a bunch of things that are socially acceptable, like holding hands. I don't know, holding hands in public. Maybe in 10 years won't be socially acceptable anymore. I don't know.
Breastfeeding. I know that goes like back and
Isn't
forth.
I think that's socially acceptable.
I think
It doesn't bother me.
yeah. I'm not one of those people that doesn't think, but I think that's what I'm saying. It's socially acceptable now,
but it won't be.
But it became socially acceptable, and it wasn't at one point.
It's kind of like going.
I think that's what's gonna happen
that way.
Yep.
Here and there.
Yep.
Maybe tattoos. Maybe it's gonna go back the other way now.
Yeah.
I mean, based on my circle of friends and age group, having tattoos to your neck is completely fine, and even having a face tattoo is completely fine.
Yep.
Maybe in 10 years it's gonna kind of go back the other way, or like that's not cool anymore. And didn't Pete Davidson? My brain is not working today. Pete Davidson isn't he getting his tattoos removed?
I don't know. Is he? He's got so many.
That's hearsay.
I don't know.
Honor, it's hearsay, Your Honor. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know if I like that question. Let me just peek at the next one.
Yeah, let's do another one. Yeah.
What's something that you find difficult, but you think in your mind it should be easy?
I don't know. Find difficult, but think it should be easy.
What's something that you find difficult, but you think in your mind it should be easy? That's something to think about.
I guess.
I find. I mean, I'm very much socially weird when I'm myself. So I find difficult being myself because I kind of sort of adopted this idea, and it could be true or not true, that like in every environment I'm in, I have to play a role. So like being sincerely myself is very hard, and especially in public. Like I think the only real people that have seen me as me, and I'm not saying I'm being disingenuous, but I'm like aware I'm being recorded, so I censor myself.
Yeah.
Which is a common theme in our podcast. So I think being myself is very difficult, but in my head I'm like, it's not that hard. Just if you want to say this to this person, just say it. But I'm like, no, but what if X, Y, and Z? What if that happens? So I think for me, I find being myself completely and unapologetically myself really difficult to do. And I'll be honest, I get kind of envy towards like comedians and I guess entertainers in that field, because they seem like they're just free to say whatever they want with very little consequence because it's their job. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could just be myself 24/7, but I can't, because if I'm a teacher, I'm a teacher. I can't say certain things when I'm teaching. Or if I'm with like my extended family or my in-laws, can't be completely myself either because I love them. I don't want them to hate me. So I think that, I got a little bit serious there, but yeah, I think actually being myself 100% with unapologetically myself is very difficult. And I don't think I'm alone saying that. I think
No, absolutely not. I think personally, like from being in this relationship with my girl, like not so much meeting new friends of hers. Like I'm usually okay with that. Like going to dinner with people and things like that. But for me, it's like when she brings me somewhere where it's like 40 people that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like entire
house.
house.
Knows all of them?
Yeah, and she knows everybody.
And
That
just like
I just really don't like.
You just like that. You just like her little purse.
And some people don't care about stuff like that, but that's something I don't really. Not that I don't do well with, but it's like, you know,
I guess you're more like
I don't have an issue meeting people, you know,
yeah.
like, but that it's like
it's awkward. It's like
just
everyone knows everyone, and everyone knows your significant other.
Yep.
But there's no like avenue for you to enter some specific conversations or
Exactly.
yeah, it can be really odd. And this is where a lot of people get into like, getting into like drinking to kind of lube up that tension,
Yep.
And I think it's pretty good when it comes to that. But speaking of difficulty or things that we find difficult, I found some watching the Northman, which I mentioned in the previous like 2-3 episodes ago, difficult to watch because it's very slow. I think that's probably my best segue yet. I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, the Northman, I loved it. I think it was great. It was what studio? A1? Not A1.
Not A24?
A24, there you go.
A1.
A1
I'm over here hungry over here.
Yeah, I actually am hungry.
Yeah, me
but
too.
It's okay. Whatever. We'll keep going.
I actually just started keto, by the way, again. I just joined the gym.
What's keto again?
Keto is no carbs and no sugar.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Your body is yearning for it all the time for like a good like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the flu in like 2 days. Like it's like called the keto flu.
Keto flu is right.
And then after that, I'll be fine. I'll be like,
for some people, they're just more sensitive, or less sensitive, more or less sensitive to like insulin and sugar, and they could be insulin sensitive. And but yeah, cutting carbs. Honestly, the only time I really eat a carbohydrate is probably in the morning. I'll have like a little. My wife has like sourdough bread and stuff like that, or like some Portuguese sweet bread, and I'll have it with coffee, and that's pretty much it. But most of my day I don't really eat that many carbs, but I compensate that with eating like a good amount of meat and veggies.
Yeah,
so you kind of have to sort of like, all right, well, and carbs are very filling, and they're like filling very quickly, and they're kind of yummy. And they kind of hit your system fairly quickly.
Yeah, so of course it turns to sugar in your system. So it's like any bread, it turns to sugar. And once you spike your sugar like that, you can't lose fat until your level stabilizes. So that you could see someone that's eating carbs all day, even if they exercise. It takes a lot of exercise to burn a good amount of fat because you're not in the zone.
The keto
insulin.
Zone, yeah. I can't explain it, but look it up. But
no, actually, keto is not necessarily your insulin is in the right space, but what happens is you start burning the fat instead of carbs.
Fat becomes your energy source.
Your fuel source, yeah. So that's why a lot of like long distance runners, maybe we talked about this a long time ago, but a lot of long distance runners and things like that, they switch to a keto diet during competition because when you practice for a long run, you don't run the 50 miles. You run like 2, then 10, then 2. Then you finally
you work up to it.
Yeah, then when you run the 50, you want to be in keto, and you want to have put some fat on because you're gonna burn it through all of it. Yeah,
it's a science, but yeah, I think it's great.
But yeah, I got good results on that. That's when I was doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
I was down to like a very good weight before the pandemic hit. So I'm just starting it up now. I just joined the gym. I'm testing some gyms, but I joined that kickboxing gym we were talking about, and nice. It's gonna be. Good. I'm excited.
Have you seen the Northman?
Yes, I did see the Northman.
What are your thoughts on that? I think Skarsgård got not jacked, like steroid up jacked, like Hugh Jackman, but like he's believable.
It was great. I love all of these types of shows because there's always that no spoilers, but
the
that
Northman's a movie.
No, I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like the show. Most of them are shows, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of Viking shows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I like these shows because there's always like that really traumatic killing.
They're uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, so you'll see you'll get one of those characters in the beginning that'll get
messed up,
annihilated, and you're like, how? He's one of the main characters,
Right. Wait, are you speaking about the dad?
Yeah. So I didn't want to say the actor's name because then.
Isn't that evident in the trailer?
Yeah, but I don't like to even watch trailers sometimes.
It can, this Jordan Peele film called Nope.
Mm-hmm.
They had which means not of planet Earth, NOPE.
Yeah.
And their teaser trailer was phenomenal. It was great. I was like, wow, it's just enough to be like, what is this all about? and it's called Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then their official trailer came out, and I'm like, you're showing way too much.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're showing the whole movie. But then again, have you ever seen Us? Also by Jordan Peele.
Yes.
It's similar, as in the trailer just showed. It seemed like they showed a lot, and then when you actually watch the film, it's like, oh, it's not just about that. It's about like all this other stuff too. So, in the trailer, I'm not giving anything away. They show the UFO.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's not just that, and I think it's not just that. So.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the precursor to like what actually happens in there. Like,
yeah, maybe that's like the first 20 minutes or first 30 minutes of the movie, and there's like another hour and a half. Like, wait, what else is there?
Or maybe it's like those ads for like those video game apps on your phone where like you download it, it's completely not even that game.
I hate those.
Yeah, so
that
pisses me off.
If you make that, I hate you. If you're the person that makes these sort of like commercials for apps, and it's like zombies and like gems. There's always zombies and gems or something like that. We're running away from zombies. What is it with
zombies and gems?
It's like, and then like, oh, you gotta like match these gems and then you can kill zombies. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and then you download it and it's like all like storyboard.
It's all storyboard.
Yeah,
it's like what? And if you play those games, I repent. I don't know what to say to you. Just fix.
Yeah, there's like a name for them.
Is there?
Yeah, like RPG.
I mean, I like role-playing games, but I mean, I guess they're all RPG role-playing games because there's like, like Final Fantasy is RPG, Zelda is an RPG, even Death Stranding is RPG. I mean, even Metal Gear Solid franchise.
You could say life is an RPG, right?
It very much is. Elden Ring, aka Elder Ring.
Elder
Ring is also RPG.
AKA Biden.
AKA Biden falling off a bike. That was, I mean,
I've just seen I haven't even seen the clip. I just saw a picture of him on the floor, like with his knee up in the air.
Pretty much he's riding up to people. He stops. He leans to his left, puts his foot down, and then you kind of see him lean to his right, and you see his foot doesn't quite come off the peg, the pedal, and you can see him as he's falling. He just, oh no, here I go, and he just goes. I hope he's fine.
So what's more embarrassing, Biden falling off a bike, or Trump drinking the cup with two hands when he was like? What's more embarrassing?
Well, I think the drinking the cup with two awkward hands.
Absolutely.
Because falling off a bike, who hasn't fallen off a bike?
Yeah, and he's old.
At any age.
Yep, and he's old as hell.
And he's very old, so it's sort of like it was a mistake, and it was like obviously it's an accident. It's like you kind of feel bad for it. You can laugh, but then you feel bad for the guy. Well, first you feel bad. You hold in the laughter. You ask him if he's okay. I mean, if I was there, I'd be like, "Oh no, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Then I'll probably laugh. But sometimes laughter is just, it kind of makes things a bit more digestible. It's awkward. You're scared, but if he was really hurt, I probably wouldn't laugh about it. Was he really hurt?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I hope not. You're good, Joe. But like holding a cup like that with, I don't know how he did it, but it was kind of
and he was like shaking. He's like.
That was more embarrassing because, like, who?
It was like a sippy cup.
That?
Yeah.
Who? I don't know. Like, it's really bizarre. I don't even know how you drink a cup like water like that, and you pucker in your lips before.
Yeah, that was questionable.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny Trump.
Oh, you know, like, the worst right now is the people with the gas. They're just like, oh,
gas?
Yeah, you know how the gas has gone up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're like, you voted for this.
I'm thinking people with flatulence, like people farting, and like people with gas. Like, I have gas all the time.
Since Biden got voted in, they've just been releasing farts.
I mean, I don't want to get all political, but like, I feel like people put way too much weight on the president. There's very little a president can actually do. I mean, he's just kind of like a figurehead, or like but it's very little a president can actually do without like. There's always pushback from the House or the Senate. I mean, there are like executive orders, this and that, but like, there's not really. You're not a dictator. It's not. You can't just say this is happening and it happens. You know.
The funniest thing is like when people are like talking about the Keystone Pipeline, like they know what they're talking about. Like, you know how he stopped the Keystone Pipeline?
Remember when I said I don't talk about things I know nothing about? Yeah. This is one of the things
well,
I know of the Keystone Pipeline. I know it will shut down, but I'll never like sit here and be like, yo, they shouldn't have done this. This is why this is happening. I don't know what the cause of everything is.
Well, the Keystone Pipeline, it pushes through, I think it's called oil sands, which is like waste product.
Okay.
So people are saying that the resolution to them, like, oh, like, this is Biden's fault. What he should do is open the Keystone Pipeline. Like, that's not gonna bring gas. You know, like, there's like, it's gonna have like a fractional impact on gas prices. You know what I mean? Like this,
like it might go up, like it may go down like 10 cents, maybe.
I don't even know if that.
I don't know.
But you know, it's just like you're dealing with people who just, like you said, they talk or they don't know anything about what they're talking about.
What was the most absurd thing someone has said about that? Like,
open up the pipeline. There's a guy on the Facebook. His Facebook cover photo is like "Open the pipeline," and it has like Biden with like, you know, like funny like things drawn on him and shit.
Yeah, it was.
It's just weird.
It's silly.
It's not hitting the same anymore like it was, you know.
No, but have you seen any other? I mean, the Northman. I recommend watching. It's awesome. Is one of those. It's not like the Green Knight. I mean, it's same. I guess film company, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely subverts your expectations on like what a hero's journey is. Like, oh, at the end you're like, wait, what? Like, that's not how a hero's journey should be. He should save this and get that, and it at the last like quarter, the fourth quarter of the film, it's like they kind of just twists on you, and he has a dilemma, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
It is the story is a precursor to Hamlet. Technically, this story, I mean, it's not like an original story. The story was written and talked about way before Hamlet was ever written. I mean, Amleth, that's the name of the guy.
Yeah.
Hamlet. See the connection there?
Just switch the letter.
Yeah, one or two letters.
Yeah.
Other than that, have you seen any other films?
Yeah. I just saw Top Gun, the new Top Gun.
Maverick.
Yeah. Yep. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know Val Kilmer's in it.
Yeah.
This is like
shout out to
right
Val Kilmer.
After, or like, I mean, he has throat cancer.
I think he had it.
So I'm sure his throat.
They play on that in the movie too.
Yeah. So I hear it's a tearjerker.
It was really good.
It was like very. It kind of makes you cry a bit.
And I wasn't a big like Top Gun guy. Like,
I find the first Top Gun film hilarious. To me, it's an allegory about a man struggling with his homosexual tendencies. That's how I view it.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, it's like, oh, this guy's obviously struggling with something.
Yeah.
And to me, it's about that struggle. Nothing wrong with being homosexual, obviously. Like, we're in 2022. But for that time, in the context of that movie, I've legit... And I'm not being satirical or funny. Like, I legit think it's an allegory about being gay. I really do.
That's a good angle, I'm sure.
Again. Just watch it one time with that perspective. Like, he's actually a gay man that's behaving straight. And then let the story...
I think that's just like Tom Cruise in general, right? People have thought that his whole life.
I mean, he's not. I mean... I don't know. If he is, he's whatever.
Yeah, it's not that it matters.
Maybe he's just a Scientologist.
Scientology, yeah.
Maybe he's just a Scientologist. That was the best.
But
I thought the same thing about John Travolta.
Oh, but he is.
He's a Scientologist. Oh, he's gay?
Yeah, he's homosexual too.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
No, he is. Yeah, there's
for
like,
him.
yeah, no, he is. But I'm just saying. But he was like,
Wait, 1 second.
he doesn't lend to
Let me look
the Tom Cruise. Oh no, there's like photos and stuff.
But why would a person that established, that beloved, keep that a secret?
I guess because it wasn't as accepted then,
but
and also
now-
for his career. Look at Ricky Martin. As soon as he came out, he was gone.
Really?
Yeah, remember he was huge. He was
Yeah.
singing like World Cup songs and shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and then now he's like completely gone. He's no longer Ricky Martin. He's whatever his real name is.
Christy Alley shoots down John Travolta gay rumors, 2018. I don't.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Nah.
All right.
There's a gym in New Jersey that they even said John Travolta comes here and like hits on the trainers and shit. And
I mean,
if you pay extra money, you could join the gym where he goes.
I mean, I'm kind of being a hypocrite because I just talked about like finding it difficult being my true self all the time. So I'm kind of being like a hypocrite. I feel like, well, why won't you just come out? And what's the shame in that? But maybe to them, that's a sensitive thing.
I think he is out just in his private life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, because I mean, he's obviously like there's pictures, like I said, like, you know, tabloid pictures of him like kissing dudes, like getting off a plane and shit. Like I've seen him.
Yeah.
Not that I care, or like, you know, like he could do whatever he wants, and I don't care. Like, you know, but I've seen him like, you know, like those little ads in the bottom corner where it's like, oh, did you see tabloid? You know.
Oh, you click on that kind of
No,
stuff?
I don't click it, but I
okay.
see him
You see
there.
the little
Yeah,
headline.
like you see the little thing. Yeah.
But this is my fault because I mentioned the whole like gay allegory thing for Top Gun. But I mean, I do plan on watching it. I hear it made like something like 500 million worldwide or something like that.
It was good. It was really good. At the end of the day, like.
Yeah, I mean, and I know like none of it is like CGI or anything. All of it is mostly like they actually are flying.
They rented the planes and they filmed in the plane, like a lot of the scenes that Miles Teller was in, like he was in a plane. He got sick from jet fuel. Somehow he got jet fuel in his blood.
I saw like a Instagram post about that. I'm like, all right.
I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah.
How do you get jet fuel in your blood? That's bizarre.
And Tom Cruise made a joke about it. Like he said, "I've had it for a while." You know, almost like because he was in Top Gun 1.
Probably like
Yeah.
start laughing.
And he's like, "I guess I had a really Tom Cruise moment right there."
Yeah. Actually, I mean, for years people were like, "Oh, Tom Cruise hasn't aged at all." I mean, I can see in some of his interviews, he's aging gracefully.
You're calling bullshit.
He's aging gracefully. No, he's actually aging gracefully. And I kind of like, I know it sounds kind of weird. I like seeing people get old. I'm not saying that. But I like it when
You're like, I can't wait to see you in 15 years.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you get old, man. But like I do, there's this almost not a shame of getting old, but like, especially in Hollywood, is like, no, how do I stay looking fresh in my 20s or 30s or whatever all the time? And it's like, no, like we get older. We're gonna get older. We're gonna get wrinkles. We're gonna get crow's feet or whatever. I mean, just there's no shame in that. Just get old. That's whatever.
Yeah.
Then again, this is from a guy's perspective. So what do I know? You know, but I think for dudes, like gracefully, you get better like wine. You know.
I think a lot of it is genetics. Because you'll see, like, a lot of these people who are, like, really, like, into health and stuff like that. And they're, like, some of them will go vegan and stuff. But then they're, like, 45 and they look like freaking Crypt Keeper. You know what I mean? Like, then you have, like, Catherine Zeta-Jones is, like, 65.
Yeah.
And she's still smoking hot. And she's like, I drink scotch and eat steaks every day. And
Smoke cigarettes.
she
drink
smokes.
scotch.
Yeah. So it's like, how?
But I'm
How?
beautiful.
I think also sleep is a big part of it.
Oh, sleep is 100%.
Sleep is like the biggest part of it. So get your sleep, people. Get your sleep.
Well,
Stay woke, but get your sleep.
I mean, I don't know if we look our age. I don't know if I look 36, but whatever. But I mean, honestly, at this time, I don't care about my appearance. I do. I would care more about my health and like fitness and not carrying excess weight. And am I gonna look like when I was like 21 years old? No, but I don't want being married as an excuse to just kind of like let myself go. Like, oh, I have nothing to prove. And I also go to the gym, and I was like, why are you going to the gym? Like, because I don't want to let myself go. I mean, in the past, I went to the gym like 6 days a week in the morning at 4 a.m. and all that. Now it's more like 3 days a week. It's not bad, but it's not how I used to. But it's like, I'm more concerned about just staying healthy, being healthy, eating right. Here and there, have my cheat meals, you know, have my little cheat desserts. But for the most part, just not be a glutton, I guess you can say. You know?
Yeah, I was just telling my girl that too. I was like, because she was telling me how she doesn't like me going back to the gym because COVID and now the monkeypox and stuff like that. And I was like, listen, if I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. Like seriously, like you know what I mean? Like you can't work out the way that you are used to at home. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
Like, people that say, "Oh, you can just work out at home," you have no. I mean, I don't want to disrespect your fiance.
No.
You have no clue what you're talking about. Like,
it's
no clue.
It's not the same. And then like sure, yeah, you know, there's a dude who will run 6 miles in the morning at 5 a.m. and he'll do like some push-ups and sit-ups and he's fine. But again, this dude is probably like 135 and he's fine with being that, and you know, so it works for him really well. Yeah. You know, but you know, there's all different types of body types, all different types of foods affect people differently, you know, so like people need what they're used to, you know. And like before the pandemic, I told her, I'm like, I was going to jiu-jitsu, I was going to the gym. Those are two things that got taken away, and I was on keto, so then my diet got bad on top of that. So it's like a triple, you know, like negative thing, you know. So I'm like, I have to go back. Like
for me, kettlebells help to maintain most of like, I hate to say gains. It kind of helped me maintain my gains, but I didn't.
All your swollenness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm far from swole, but
stay swole.
But it kind of helped me stay somewhere there. I didn't like fluctuate too much, but to like make like significant like progress and strength and size and all that. And I need the gym. I need to actually have a barbell, squatting, benching, all that stuff. I can't. I mean, I like kettlebelling. I do it once in a while here and there at home, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not at all. Like today, I was saying, I'd been trying out gyms and stuff, and I was at a gym today. You know, you're able to do like real nice dips. Like I have a dip bar here that I bought on, but like it's not the same. You know, it's not like you know.
It's not.
And yeah, you know, there's actual bench. You know, like of course people have benches in their house, but still,
it's more for me. Sorry to cut you off, but for me, it's more the environment of the gym. I have nothing to do other than work out. That's it. I mean, you can maybe watch TV because there's like TVs usually. But like when you go to the gym, all you really and everyone there is working out. So this sort of like social agreement, we're here to work out. But when you're home, there's computers, there's stuff in the way, there's your dog, there's the food in the fridge. You can just stop and like at this many times I would work out at home, and I would just like stop and just go to the fridge and just, you know, drink some water and like, oh, let me look at my phone real quick, and then 20 minutes pass by and I haven't finished my work. And I'm all dried up by that point. So I think having a gym or going to the gym rather kind of forces you to like actually work out, and you want to get in and out kind of quickly. So usually how you kind of organize your gym work, your routine is more efficient, because you gotta be here, you gotta be somewhere else, so you have an hour or whatever, and you're more, at least for me, I'm more proactive in my workout at a gym as opposed to being
yeah. And let me tell you, doing shoulders at home is kind of whack. Like, you got some dumbbells, yeah, you could do.
Shoulders at home is whack.
Yeah, it's so whack because like you got no military press, you know, unless people have like a big barbell and a big, you know, whatever. But like, you know, there's a lot of machines you can use like to, you know, at the gym. You know, like shoulders and legs. You're not doing legs at home unless you have a squat rack.
Not with. I mean, you can kind of do goblet squat. I mean, yeah, you can do goblet squats, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know, goblet squats, we're kind of holding it in front of you, and you squat down and up. It's kind of mimics like a front squat, but you're not gonna hold 200 pounds. And I mean, I can't hold 200 pounds in front of me like that. But on your back, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're doing like some kind of like Brazilian booty workout, like you could do that at home. But like, I'm talking about have
you seen Instagram videos like that? Maybe this is not a book. Maybe this is not a door I want to open. But like, it's.
Oh, I want to open it. No,
it's too much.
No.
I remember my previous relationship I had, and she wouldn't take it seriously. Let me not say that, but we would see some of these videos of, and they're almost always Brazilian. Nothing against Brazilians, obviously. I love Brazilians.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. They're awesome. But it was this sort of like, I don't know. It was way too performative. Like, obviously, drugs are a thing, and a lot of these individuals are competitors in, you know, fitness and not fitness, but there's a category called fitness and bodybuilding, and like bikini and all that. And to say that these top competitors, male and female, aren't taking exogenous, you know, hormones, i.e. steroids, HGH. Women tend to use Anavar. How I know this? Don't ask me how I know this. And then people watch it on Instagram, or some young woman sees it on Instagram and says, "Oh, I want to look like that girl." Like, but that girl's like on like, she's on some drugs.
Yeah.
You know, and some of those weights aren't even real, and like this is a photo shoot. Like,
yeah.
No one goes to I mean, not no one, but I don't like, even guys looking at other dudes on social media and Instagram, and they're like jacked and like, you know, they're not, that's their career, and they're willing to like take out years from their life because of this career.
Yeah.
You know, and I actually have a friend, high school friend, that actually became a bodybuilder pro.
Okay.
He was huge. He was my height, 5'7", but he was like 222.
Okay.
Just jacked muscle. And I want to invite him to talk about, and he had a career change. Kind of cold turkey. He's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, that's very common.
And yeah, because there's a lot of bodybuilders that hit their 40s, like Cedric McMillan. Oh my gosh, the guy that won the 2019 or 18 Olympia died. Oh, I forgot his name though. It's sad. I'm sorry. And this one dude, handful of years ago, like collapsed on stage, and like a week later he'd passed away.
Shit.
So, like, I know we're going into like working out stuff, but like there's, like I was going back, there's a balance. Like, yeah, you want to be healthy, but you don't want to go full spectrum the other way, where
that's
like
the only
it's
way
all
I could
about
do
aesthetics. You're not. Yeah.
That's it.
Like, you're not. You went from one unhealthy habit to another unhealthy habit.
Yeah.
There's like a happy medium. I think taking hormones and drugs isn't if you're trying to get healthy and you're taking like steroids, that's not recommended by a doctor. I don't know what you're doing.
It's a very tough slippery slope. There's only very specific times when it's like called for, or if you do it safely, you know.
I mean, I think if you go to a clinic, a doctor, and you get your levels checked, your hormones checked, your testosterone checked, and they're like, your testosterone isn't optimal, and your heart and your condition isn't like, hey, if you take this, it won't exacerbate a heart condition. Because you can do that. You can like,
hearts are scary.
Hearts are scary.
Like, you just think about your heart, like your heart just always going.
Your heart is always working. You're sleeping and your heart's always working.
Oh, just the thought. Oh.
Like, you could just go to, imagine if you have the consciously
and
beat your heart.
If you happen to stop eating a lot of sodium, your heart goes crazy too, you know?
Yeah.
You get arrhythmia.
Wait, you
or whatever.
stop eating sodium?
Yeah, like you have to have some sodium in your
Yeah,
diet.
you have to
like,
have some sodium.
Yeah, like if you work out too hard and you just drink like purified water or like, what is it?
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
So,
like you could die. Yeah, you could die. Like
if
in
you
your sleep.
drink distilled water.
Distilled water, yep.
I've seen people in wrestling, guys will drink distilled water to clean out their system, and I like no, it's distilled water. There's literally nothing in it, so your body doesn't absorb it because there's nothing to absorb, and it just goes right through you, and it pushes everything else out, pretty much. And guys will do that. They'll sip it to kind of clean out their system, and it's like the most unhealthy thing.
Yeah, that's
Don't
like some
do it.
science.
Do not drink distilled water.
Bill Nye doesn't approve.
No, science guy. Actually, if he ever passes out, if he ever passes away, I'd be really bummed out.
I know. God.
Jose multitasking, texting and podcasting.
Yeah, I just had a little mini meltdown that I had to attend to. Not mine, but somebody's that I had to.
Like,
yeah.
OMG, what's happening? Yeah, I put my phone on airplane mode, so I tell my wife I'm going to do podcasting today, and if you're not my wife, you're not a priority to me.
I wish I had the luxury right now, but I do have an auction closing tomorrow at 12. So some of it an auction. Yeah,
for a house.
No, for the storage facility that I run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
do you do the whole like?
There are people calling. Someone showed up at 6:50 while we were recording, and so
Really?
Yeah, I was supposed to attend it, but I was like, no, I mean not now, but like I was supposed to get on a call and tell her what to do, but I just gave a thumbs up and just like left it.
Hear what I do? Thumbs up. Like, am I
She's
in the right
like,
place?
all right, she's coming back tomorrow, then I guess.
Yeah. I don't know where we went with these topics, but another film I saw, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Ooh, I still got to see that.
Really good. They kinda did my my buddy Black Bolt, and Reed Richards is wrong. Yeah. Well, am I spoiling anything? I think I am. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, there's some characters, and you're like, yo, I knew they're in this movie. Yeah, they're gonna like kick ass and like, chew bubble gum, and they're all out of bubble gum. Like they're gonna really destroy. And then no, it doesn't happen. I'm like, what? That's how you do. You introduce a character this awesome, characters rather plural. There's like 5 like awesome characters which I love. And then they show up, and you're like, it's about to go down. And it doesn't go down.
Oh, man.
It doesn't go down.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry.
I saw the new Jurassic World.
Dominion,
yeah. That was good.
Yeah, I heard the story is bizarre. And, like, for, like, Jurassic Park and Jurassic, the movies, is predominantly about, like, how can dinosaurs and humans coexist in the same world at the same time? Is that even possible? And then like Jurassic World dominoes kind of just doesn't acknowledge any of that. It's like, yeah, they just happen to live with us. Locusts.
Yeah. They went a very sciencey angle with it, like the whole DNA. But
yeah, I need to watch the previous film before Dominion to watch this one, because I hear that there's a lot of like continuation from the previous film to this one, and I haven't seen that one. So
you know what I did the other day when I went to see Top Gun? I hadn't seen the original in a really long time. I watched on YouTube. They have like the refresher where it's like Top Gun in 5 minutes. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Did the job.
Good film. Good 5-minute film.
Yep.
Did they have the scene where they like play volleyball and such?
I think so. Yeah. They have all those. You mean in the new one?
No, in the refresher video, they have a scene where they're playing. Actually, do they actually have a scene in Maverick where they're actually playing volleyball?
They do beach football, but it's kind of the same. Like like they team building.
That's whack.
Even though I see in the first one, it probably was like a team like
that's whack.
Caused like problems.
I did the whole like the Office thing. You said something, and I look at the camera.
Well, on that note,
how do you not have a volleyball scene? It's
yeah, you can't. I think they just didn't want to try to redo it. You know, like
you have to.
You gotta leave
shirtless volleyball. Were they shirtless at all?
They were.
Good.
They were shirtless.
Good. That's
Shirtless
Top
football.
Gun. You needs to have shirtless men, sweaty shirtless men. That's what Top Gun is all about. How do you not have that?
Yeah,
you have to.
They definitely did have it.
Yeah. Okay. So Top Gun is all about shirtless men flying really fast, like motorcycles and aviator glasses. And tell me, there's a scene where the guy's doing pull-ups on like a wing or something like that.
No, there's none of that.
You gotta have that. It's ridiculous. Like honestly, if I was like a writer, I would say you have to have a shirtless guy doing pull-ups on one of the wings. And he looks over and he put not joking, arm still up, thumbs up. What's up, Maverick? And then like, hey, what's up? What's up? I don't know, Raven, whatever your name is. What's up, Eagle? Like, what's up? And he continues with one arm, just doing pull-ups. that would be like you need that kind of scene. I think Hot Shots was a parody, is a parody of Top Gun.
Did you ever watch I forgot the name of the show now, exactly what I'm asking you if you watched it. Archer. Did you ever watch Archer?
Oh, the animation?
Yeah.
Portions of it. I haven't followed it, but I've seen like several episodes. It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's
Absurd. Yeah.
How many seasons of that are there?
I don't know, but I think it's still going, isn't it?
I need to. Yeah, I want to get into watching. I mean, I really like the animation. It's really cool.
Yeah.
The cell shading kind of thing. I like the whole thing. It's an absurd, like this sort of James Bond character, but he's like a complete imbecile.
Yeah.
And doesn't know how to function, but still somehow saves the day. And yeah, kind of interesting. I mean, there's shows I want to watch, like The Boys, season 3. Can't watch it. Annoyed why I can't watch it. Ask me why I can't watch it.
Why can't you watch it?
My wife hasn't seen the second season. And I'm like, okay. So can I watch the third season? My mom, she's like, no. And I'm like, this is nonsense. It's ridiculous.
That's not going on here in my house.
She's not malicious about it in any way. It's just, I don't think she understands. She might listen to this now. She doesn't understand like how important me watching the show is. And she won't let me.
Yeah.
And it's really upsetting.
Yeah, my girl will watch the whole show before me, and
what?
Like she'll watch, like we'll watch the first episode together of something, and then the next day she'll be off and she'll watch like 6 more episodes.
And I'm just like, okay, let's watch episode 2. Like I'm done. Like okay, I guess I'm just watching this by myself. Yeah. I get like, hey, watching you watch the first episode and it's sort of like agree that you watch the rest of it together. However, like, are you allowed to watch whatever show you want to watch on your own?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
But it's because of an effect of like that she's doing the same, you know.
Oh, so you're being like malicious?
No, it's not like spiteful. It's not spiteful, but it's just I don't have a choice anyway because like right, she already watched it. So
I guess you don't want to wait for me. I guess I'll just watch this by my own.
Yeah.
But recommendations, I do suggest watching Doctor Strange. It does require prerequisite knowledge and like who Wanda is and how she even became the Scarlet Witch, because it's like, okay, you have the last time you see her in a movie is in Endgame, right? And then the next time you see her, she's the Scarlet Witch. So you gotta watch WandaVision before you watch Doctor Strange, the show WandaVision, right? So that's, and understand like why she's behaving the way she is. You have to watch WandaVision.
Okay.
I saw Atlanta, season 1 and season 2. I like it. It's like very Afro surreal. That's how I call it. I don't think I think I'm stealing that from someplace else, but I call it Afro surrealism. It's grounded in reality, but there's parts in every episode where you're like, wait a minute, this isn't quite right. Something's off here, which is surreal. Dave is pretty good. The Little Dicky show, Dave Bird show. He's a complete jerk. He's completely unlikable. Have you seen Dave?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's really
Like,
funny.
is that accurate? He's a completely unlikable character. I can't stand him.
I don't think that that's his angle, but I could see that people would think that. But to be honest with you, it's funny that you say that because I never liked him until I watched the show.
Really?
Yeah, I really hated him a lot because I found him unlikable, like in real life.
Like, as a rapper.
But then on the show, I actually really liked him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
as a
I like
comedian.
the show, and I like how all the characters. And I honestly got into it because Andrew Santino is a comedian, and he mentioned it on Whiskey Ginger, one of his podcasts, and Little Dicky was on it, and I'm like, he has a show and he's on it, and I started watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we are with time, but Stranger Things 4 Volume 1, Season 4 Volume 1. I don't really want to talk about Stranger Things 4, but I have to talk about a song in Stranger Things 4 Volume 1, Running Up the Hill, That Hill, by Kate Bush.
Mm-hmm.
My argument is, and I'm not joking, I have that song on my playlist for the gym. And one guy asked me, what do you listen to? And I said, Kate Bush, Running Up the Hill. And he's like, what? I'm like, it's a gym song. And that's my, not argument. It is a gym song. It's meant to be listened to the gym.
That's the hill you're going to stand on?
Oh, I mean, I'm running up that hill. And I'm putting a flag and saying it's a gym song. But it reached, not number one. I wrote number one. That's not true. I think it reached like number 8. Was definitely top 10 in streaming, and I think it's more popular now than it was when it actually came out back in the 80s.
Yeah, that is true. And also, the thing is, it was already a popular song this past like year or two. Like other shows had used it.
Yeah.
And I had heard it already, and I'm like, what show used this? That they used it again in Stranger. Yeah, like
Stranger Things.
Yeah, then Stranger Things used it, and it really blew up. But
I mean,
it was in some movies too.
Do I think they use this? Do I think the scenes they use? I mean, they play it a lot, but there's one particular scene they really play it, like it's in the background, it's all epic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the song fits. The mood fits, like the actual mood of the song fits, like the crescendo, and it's all epic. But the meaning of the song doesn't fit. Because do you know what the meaning of the song even is about?
No.
Oh, you're thinking about it? No. Pretty much it's about a woman and her struggles and being understood and wanting her significant other, lover, to understand her. And pretty much it's her wanting him to trade places with her. And the thing is that I want to make a deal with God to have us swap our places, something like that. I'm not getting the lyrics right, but and the thing is about wanting to be understood by the opposite gender or sex, or by your significant other.
So maybe it is, but it's just not a part of the story in Stranger Things. Maybe like they're trying to say that she's feeling that way.
Well, it's
it
more
her
about
favorite
like
song?
PTSD and depression and like guilt.
She did lose her brother
Oh yeah. You saw it, right?
in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But that was a different season. No spoiler
different
in season
season.
4. Yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert.
And then remember
Whatever.
in the show he does say like, remember he says like she hasn't been like.
I guess.
Remember he's like, oh, there's the girl I knew.
Okay, I guess my argument is wrong. All right.
No, I'm saying maybe they could be alluding to that. You know.
But pretty much the song is about wanting empathy or sympathy from your significant other or lover, and wanting them to be in your shoes, and to understand each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, I am a Kate Bush fan, but more because I like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
But I don't know her whole
I looked her up.
Discography. I don't know her whole discography. I mean, maybe I should look it up. But
I looked her up on Google Images, and there's some pictures I was feeling. Like back in the day, like some. It was good.
But yeah, music is great, but she's also really pretty.
Yeah, definitely. Back in the day, she's got that going on.
I mean, and actually, there was a Reddit post. It was like a screenshot of like one person posted like, oh, like Kate Bush, Running Up the Hill is becoming a hit again. And she writes, whoever wrote it, I think it was a girl, wrote, If only she can see it now. And some person wrote, "She's still alive, you asshole."
Yeah, people just assume she's
just
dead.
Because you're a pop star in the 80s doesn't mean you're dead now. There's a bunch of pop stars from the 80s
they probably just got like
very much alive.
They're alive. They just got like what's that thing with the skin? I forgot the name. I'm thinking of Cyndi Lauper because she has that commercial where she has well, you know where your skin gets really dry.
Ashy?
And you take like medication for this, like a medical
eczema.
Eczema, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're just pop stars with eczema now.
Just doing like the skin thing that you get when you're old.
Yeah.
Like, ashy? I don't know. Eczema. Maybe. I mean, maybe like Shaq, where you're like everything is like a commercial opportunity. Like Shaq is like in every other commercial. Gold Bond.
Oh yeah. Those are good ones.
What else? A lot. I'm sure. I mean, he's a smart guy when it comes to money. Like, he's a really cool guy. But but yeah, like
I saw Hustle by Adam Sandler. That's a good one if you
Hustle.
guys.
Has that come out recently?
Yeah, it just came out on Netflix, and it involves the NBA, and it's a story about a player coming from overseas, and it was really good. And actually, I read that it's like the highest rated on Rotten Tomatoes and the highest rated, like his most critically acclaimed Adam Sandler movie that the general public liked him in it, like his acting role. So apparently he did something right on this movie.
How high is it on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm not sure, but I think the article, it was showing that it was the highest rated out of all of his movies.
Out of his movies.
Yeah, out of his movies.
Meant like ever, like, but
no.
Didn't like, aren't there like a consecutively? There's like a bunch of films that got like 99% Rotten.
Yeah,
Tomatoes,
no,
like,
there's good movies.
All right,
but
the only issue is that and I'm gonna get a bunch of flack from like certain people that really love like MCU films. Like Shang-Chi got like a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Something like that, like 98, 99, whatever. It got really high. I'm a huge MCU fan. I've seen every single MCU show and film. Actually, I'm missing one. I have to watch Miss Marvel because it just came out like recently. Shang-Chi is not a great film. It's a good film.
Shots fired.
It's a good film. It's not a great film. It's not like 99% like, yeah, this is the best film ever. It's a good film. Not a great film. It's not up there. Like that's the thing is like, all right, fine. Like the people that are voting are fans of it already. I'm a huge fan of Shang-Chi and MCU and all that, but like, be a little bit more objective. Like, it's a good film, not a great film. There's some CGI issues and it's kind of wonky some spots. The story just kind of abruptly changes halfway. Like, this is really important, and then like halfway, and it's like, that's not important anymore. Like, all right, I guess that doesn't matter anymore. But it's not old film. It's fairly recent, but like. Now I stopped caring about Rotten Tomatoes right when that movie came out, and I saw it said 99%. I'm like, it's not great. I think 99% should be like it should be a phenomenal film, in my opinion.
Like Silence of the Lambs, something like that.
But then I mean, Rotten Tomatoes was around back then, but still, I don't think it was. And what else? Oh yeah, I already talked about my weird dream yesterday. Not yesterday, last episode.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't have anything else to talk about, to be honest. Oh wait, I have no clue. The Sapor Murat Niyazov. It's a Turkmen politician ruled Turkmenistan from 1985, when I was born, until 2006, and he had a bunch of just different like. This is actually one topic I've been wanting to talk about for like maybe like 5 episodes, but we never have time to talk about.
Okay, what's it about?
About this one dictator that has the most absurd laws. Like, he banned lip syncing at public concerts.
Oh, like the artist can't lip sync?
Yeah, no lip syncing. You can't lip sync.
That's not so bad.
He
making them work for their money.
Dogs from the Capitol. Like, okay. No dogs were allowed to be in the capital city.
All right. It's not secret.
After having to quit smoking in 1997 due to his results in heart surgery, he banned smoking in all public places and ordered all government employees to follow suit. So I'm okay with like, okay, yeah, banning smoking, kinda, sort of, but then making all government employees not smoke either. I think you're kind of like, hey, don't they have a choice in this matter?
Yeah, it is overstepping your boundaries.
And
but there's a method to the madness, though, at least.
Yeah. And
well, whether it be jealousy because he can't smoke anymore.
All right. So I think I'm gonna have to cut this short because my wife just texted me like, almost done.
Yeah, we're good. That's how. You know what? That's how we should end the podcast.
I'm gonna go home now.
From now on, the last episode. Wait till your wife texts you.
Yeah,
and then you just blast her text.
But yeah, I'm officially being called to drive back home. It's just like, where are you? And it's like getting late, so it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So,